Divine Creator, God, Goddess Absolute, we come before the sacredness of your being on this lunar eclipse full moon day in the sign of Pisces, gathering in unison all elevated consciousness, every elder version of who we are in the multiverse, calling you forth, elder versions of ourselves, to converge with us in this realm of three-dimensional, to quicken the elevation of this three-dimensional paradigm into fifth-dimensional embrace, ascension, and beyond. By virtue of the grace of God and Goddess within us, we milk the miracle out of this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, recognizing that by virtue of the grace of God bestowed unto each of us, we are worthy of aligning with the most exalted blessings associated with this now moment, this now day, this now lunar eclipse full moon. Gratitude to you, beloveds, who are waving at me. I am waving back at you. When the moon is full in Pisces, and especially with a lunar eclipse, the sensitivity at the emotional body level is so strong. So it's a time where we may find ourselves being very empathic, feeling the energies of others as if they are our own, feeling the joys and pains and sorrows of others. One of the blessings of this empathic frequency is that if we up-level our deliberate intention and choose to give our observation to all of the elevated frequencies, give our observation to every elevated being doing amazing work in this world, making amazing contributions to life and the expansion of life. Maybe they're very powerful creators. And we could say, with deliberate intention, I choose to be empathically activated by these elevated vibrations, the elevated vibrations of this being and that being. And isn't it wonderful that I am so empowered through this aspect of myself, that I've achieved so much through that aspect of myself? And then the soul jumpstart is initiated. This is how we jumpstart ourselves individually, by the collective elevated vibrations that we see. Because no matter what we see in the so-called outwardness of life, what we're seeing is that which is generated from the inner sanctum of our own being. Even as you engage with me and receive this message, here I am on the screen of your life. But I exist first and foremost as a cellular counterpart in the inner sanctum of your being, because everything in the universe, in the multiverse, lives inside of you, lives inside of me. So when we engage with the outwardness of life, engaging with people or whatever, they are on the screen of our lives so that we would have an opportunity to have an objective interchange with them. And yet they live subjectively in the inner sanctum of our being. Every outward engagement that we interact with lives within, projected from within, just as in going to see a movie. The screen is the means by which we can engage objectively with the movie. And yet the movie is first and foremost inside of the projector, projected onto the screen, giving us an objective experience of that which originates subjectively inside. The energy of Pisces also is related to the omnipresence, that which is evenly present everywhere, omnipresent, eternal expansion. That's the elevated divine resonance of the Piscean frequency. And we want to engage with that resonance of connection. The highest frequency of Pisces gives us the opportunity to feel at one with our inner God-Goddesshood. In order to truly own the inner God-Goddesshood, we have to embrace our oneness with every being in all existence. That every being is an extension of our own self. One of the shadows of Pisces is sacrifice. So during this lunar eclipse experience, you may have to look at what are the ways in which we have been sacrificing, and what are the ways in which we are continually drawing people to us that have a severe case of the needy greedies. They need so much from us. And when we're prone to sacrifice, then we sacrifice unto them. When we sacrifice, we are out of integrity with ourselves, because sacrifice is always win-lose. We sacrifice, they win, we lose. And so the up-leveled momentum of this vibration of Pisces is to let our sacrifice morph into compassion. To feel compassion for ourselves, compassion for all others. Compassion is always win-win. When you are compassionate, you win and everyone else wins as well, that you are being compassionate toward. Compassion is a level of wisdom that will never let us hurt ourselves while giving to another. Compassion shows us how to give equally unto ourselves while simultaneously giving to all others. So I'm going to bring in the frequency of the didgeridoo in a moment. And when I play the didgeridoo, my intention is that I am channeling the frequency of the all-dimensional ascended self that we all are. Those elevated versions of ourselves in the multiverse in the realms of ascension that has already conquered and achieved and been victorious in everything that we will conquer, achieve, and be victorious in this three-dimensional experience. And by virtue of the fact that all realities are simultaneous, we are able to turn the dial of our observation to the channel of our all-dimensional ascended self. So let me pause the music here and get my didgeridoo. And I'd like for you to be open and receptive to the all-dimensional ascended resonance of your being. Thank you, Divine Creator, for the sacredness of this moment, for our divine remembering who and what we truly are, coming home to the absoluteness of our being a source of blessing and upliftment to all of our brothers and sisters, championing the alignment of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, bringing the reactivation of that sacred harmony. I offer these tones to further quicken the essence of our all-dimensional ascended self and to quicken the elevation of sacred connection in the divine feminine and the divine masculine, inside of you, inside of me, inside of the whole of the multiverse.
We say unto you, lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces, we recognize you as an extension of our own self. We call forth that which is most sacred and most benevolent within your being, that wisdom that you carry that facilitates us in understanding the power of the one in the all and the all in the one, of the drop within the ocean and the ocean within the drop. And so by virtue of your omnipresent frequency, we honor that we are a drop in the ocean of Godhood, and the ocean of Godhood lives in the inner sanctum of the drop that we are in our individual being. I say to you, beloveds, I see that great something that you are. I thank you for morphing into the most benevolent version of yourself that you could possibly become three-dimensionally, and yet that you already are all-dimensionally. I champion your expansion. I champion my expansion. I receive all of my all-dimensional champions. We receive our all-dimensional champions. But we are championed by every being in the whole of existence. Even when we have so-called three-dimensional enemies, when we look all-dimensionally, there are so many more sectors of reality where even those who so-called hate us are our most wonderful champions in the all-dimensionality of life. Because love is a frequency that is co-eternal with God. And we are championed by love, and with that flow of love from all of those who have went before us, we open to the divine resonance of our elder versions of self that know what we three-dimensionally seek to know, and yet that we all-dimensionally already know by virtue of our oneness with the elder versions of who we are. I see you aligning, beloveds, with the elder version of yourself. I see you aligning, and I see all of us aligning with that great spirit of forgiveness,